Hi, I'm Dave Atkinson, and welcome to Life on the Straight. This 15th installment in the Epic Remodel series covers the weeks of January 19th through February 1st of 2020. In this segment, the crew, together with a subcontractor, tackles four main projects: electrical, sliding and entry door installation, exterior window trim, and the fireplace installation. On Monday, the plumber finished up and got the two exterior faucets next to the garage door installed and all connected to the interior water lines. The crew installed the new kitchen window. Standing inside, it was so nice to look at the mountains without having a post along with low-hanging beams right in the way of the view. Before the front deck's demolition got underway, we snapped a few photos of the underlying deck support as the crew had removed the lattice from the front. All of the posts sat on nothing more substantial than concrete pyramid blocks, and you could easily see how the deck had pulled away from the ledger board as all of that underlying support sank into the ground. Frank said that rather than excavate down to where the dirt was solid, whoever put in the deck simply installed it over the disturbed dirt that had been backfilled after the foundation had been poured. As that backfill settled over time, it took the deck down with it. We were glad that we had decided to replace the front deck. Lincoln, who was Frank's electrician of choice, was on center stage during this 2-week period. We decided to go with recessed can lighting throughout the house with LED bulbs, and many of the light fixtures would be controlled with dimmer switches. Once he installed all of the ceiling-mounted fixtures, he then moved on to the numerous outlets and switch boxes, and then he proceeded with stringing wiring throughout the house. I'll pause with the narration so you can take in a few more photos of the electrical work. Amy and I made a decision about where the home run wiring should go. To recap, it had been in a wall right next to Amy's side of the bed, with the electrical panels in the basement directly below. Because of the new casement window in that part of the wall, it would have to either move closer to her side of the bed or it would need to go elsewhere. We didn't want all of that electromagnetic energy flowing just inches from her head each night, so we asked him to move it into a wall to the right of the sliding door, which he did. In the basement photos, you can see how it comes through the floor and then angles off towards the panels. Out in the garage, Frank was busy creating a frame that would go around the new triangular gable end vents. Outdoors on the north side of the garage, the crew finished removing the old LP siding from the gable area. Now, Tuesday was a big day. A truck from Carl's Building Supply pulled up with our sliding glass doors and entry door order. Those doors were heavy, especially the main 14-foot slider. The crew had the big slider installed by the end of the day. Carl's also dropped off a few sections of hardy shingle siding for us to look at and for Frank to have for his plans. By the end of the day on Wednesday, the crew had removed the old slider that serviced the rear deck from the dining room, and they also removed more of the old LP siding from the east end of the house, and that's where the house connects to the garage. On Thursday, The Habitat for Humanity truck arrived once again to take more of our old sliding glass door cast-offs along with an old cabinet. As we walked around on Friday after the crew went home for the week, we noticed that a metallic insulation barrier had been installed on the back wall of where the fireplace would be going. The crew had installed the new bedroom sliding glass door. They had also removed the old soffit from the back deck. Next Monday, the crew began installing the exterior window trim. They installed Tyvek wrap on the east end of the house that butts up to the garage. The entrance door was also installed. Looking at the new threshold, it was just about flush with the deck. No more drama from now on, accessing the deck with a wheelchair. The crew was busy with the window trim throughout much of the week. Another order arrived on Thursday. The Knotty Pine tongue and groove wood planks for the front roof's soffit. It was stored down in the basement for the time being. Airflow heating also dropped off the fireplace. By Friday, the crew had installed the new fireplace along with the TV cool wall heat pipes flanking the chimney with this large horizontal vent up next to the ceiling. The crew also began wrapping the gable ends of the house with Tyvek, as that was recommended by the maker of Hardy Plank. That wraps up 2 solid weeks of progress for our Epic Remodel project. Thank you for watching Life on the Straight, and if you'd like to follow this story as it unfolds, please consider subscribing, which is free.